Picture this. A spice jar sitting in the far corner of your kitchen shelf. Dusty. Overlooked. For years, it's been nothing more than decoration. But inside that jar lies a secret powerful enough to change your nights forever. Because what if one tiny seed, chewed for less than a minute before bed, could quiet your bladder, still your racing thoughts, and keep you sleeping soundly until morning? For countless older adults across America, India, and beyond, broken sleep feels like a sentence carved in stone. 2 a.m. bathroom trips. 3 a.m. stumbles in the dark. And by dawn, the body is heavy, the mind is dull, and the heart is left weaker than before. But here's the truth no one tells you: deep sleep is not lost. It can be recovered. And sometimes, the answer isn't hidden in a pharmacy, it's been waiting in your spice rack all along. As the years pass, a hormone called vasopressin quietly fades. When we're young, it surges at night, signaling the kidneys to rest, letting the bladder stay calm for 7 uninterrupted hours. But after 60, that signal grows faint. The kidneys keep filtering as though it's daytime, filling the bladder again and again. The result? Broken rest, foggy mornings, and a higher risk of falls that steal away confidence and independence. But here's where fennel seeds, humble, fragrant, and forgotten, step into the story. In America, fennel is the spice that rarely leaves the cupboard. Maybe it appears in a holiday dish or an occasional roast, but most seniors never consider it medicine. In India, fennel lives a different life. Bowls of its seeds sit on dinner tables. Elders chew them after meals, enjoying their sweetness while aiding digestion. Yet even there, few realize its quiet gift for calming the bladder and lengthening sleep. 2 cultures. 1 seed. And a lesson: the right remedy means nothing if used at the wrong time. In the US, it's ignored. In India, it's used too soon. In both places, its greatest benefit often slips away. For seniors everywhere, waking up again and again is more than an inconvenience. It sparks quiet fears. What if I fall on my way to the bathroom? What if broken sleep chips away at my memory, one night at a time? What if my partner suffers alongside me, both of us weary before the day even begins? Fennel cannot erase every fear. But it can remind us that the body still listens to care. A handful of seeds, chewed slowly before bed, can be the difference between another restless night, and a morning that greets you with strength. So tonight, remember, your body is not finished learning. With the right seed, taken at the right moment, you can teach it to rest again. This is not a miracle. It is a partnership, between your body's natural rhythm and the quiet wisdom of nature. And that, my friend, is where true healing begins. When it comes to fennel seeds, or any healing spice, the very first step is quality. An aging body grows more sensitive, and a poor quality seed can do more harm than good. So look closely. True fennel seeds are firm, with a faint green hue and a sweet, soothing fragrance when held near the nose. If they appear dull, faded, or carry a damp, musty smell, they've likely sat too long on the shelf. Moisture is their hidden enemy. A damp seed can harbor mold that irritates the stomach and bladder instead of calming them. In the United States, fennel is often sold in small supermarket jars. Always check the printed expiration date. In India, where it's still sold loose in open markets, buy only from a trusted vendor, then store your seeds at home in an airtight glass jar, away from direct light. Treat them as you would a treasure, dry, protected, and ready when your body calls. Once the right seeds are chosen, timing unlocks their power. Many seniors chew fennel after dinner, almost like a natural breath freshener. But if your goal is to calm the bladder and invite deep sleep, the moment must be different. The sweet spot is roughly 1 hour before bedtime. Think of it as the bridge between dinner and dreams. In the US, that might mean 9 p.m. if you sleep at 10. In India, where meals run later, 10 p.m. is often just right before an 11 p.m. rest. Too soon after dinner, and the seeds are digested before you even lay down. Too late, right as you crawl into bed, and your body may still be busy with digestion, unable to fully relax. That quiet window, 60 minutes before sleep, allows fennel to do its work. Now, the how. Don't swallow fennel as if it were a pill. Take a small pinch, no more than half a teaspoon. Place the seeds on your tongue and begin to chew slowly. Let the natural oils seep out, releasing their gentle sweetness across your mouth. As you chew, breathe steadily. Let your mind settle. Within about a minute, those oils mix with saliva, soothing both the digestive tract and the delicate nerves around the bladder. Swallow slowly, letting the body absorb their rhythm of calm. For many elders, whether in New York or New Delhi, this becomes a nightly ritual, almost like a whispered prayer for sleep. The slow act of chewing signals the nervous system, the day is done, it is safe to let go. Patience matters here. One pinch is enough. Doubling or tripling the amount will not double the benefit. In fact, too many seeds may cause stomach upset or drop blood pressure more quickly than you'd like. And if you are already taking medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or other chronic conditions, speak first with a doctor or pharmacist. In the US, your pharmacist can quickly check for interactions. In India, a trusted family doctor or an experienced Ayurvedic practitioner can provide guidance. Fennel is not meant to replace your medical care. It is a gentle companion, a quiet helper at the edge of your routine. By respecting quality, timing, and moderation, you create a safe pathway to calmer nights and brighter mornings. So remember this, my friend, fennel is not a miracle. It is a tool. A natural rhythm your body still understands. Chosen carefully, chewed with attention, and used wisely, it can return to you the gift of deep, unbroken sleep. Common mistakes to avoid. For many older adults, fennel seeds feel like the long-awaited answer to restless nights. Yet even the gentlest remedy can lose its strength if paired with the wrong habits. The first mistake is washing the seeds down with a full glass of water. Many seniors believe the seeds must be flushed into the stomach, but this only fills the bladder faster and forces the kidneys to stay active when the body should be resting. In both the US and India, this habit, harmless on the surface, often guarantees 2 or 3 extra bathroom trips. The truth is simple, fennel is meant to soothe, not to be drowned. A single sip of water is enough. A large glass at 9 p.m. is almost certain to bring disappointment. The second mistake is pairing fennel with foods that work against it, meals too salty or too spicy. In America, that might look like sipping fennel tea after a heavily seasoned takeout dinner. In India, it may be chewing fennel after plates of pickles, papad, or chili-laced curries. Salt drives thirst, making you drink more. Spice irritates the bladder lining, sending false signals even when the bladder isn't full. For a body already sensitive at night, these choices erase fennel's calming effect. A better approach is to enjoy fennel seeds after a light, gentle evening meal, one aligned with the body's natural nighttime rhythm. A third misunderstanding is believing fennel alone can solve every sleep issue. Insomnia rarely comes from one cause, and no spice can undo the impact of late-night sodas, heavy dinners, or hours of glowing TV screens. Fennel is a helper, not a miracle. It calms the bladder, but your body still needs balance, hydration earlier in the day, steady movement, and lighter dinners. Without these, fennel's natural gift fades. Take the story of Mrs. Carter, a widow in Florida. Every night she chewed fennel, hoping for peace. But she also drank a fizzy cola at 9 p.m. The sugar, caffeine, and extra liquid stirred her bladder, undoing the seed's quiet work. She grew discouraged, believing fennel had failed. Only when she let go of late-night sodas and paired fennel with lighter dinners did she sleep 6 peaceful hours. Smiling one morning, she said, "It wasn't that fennel failed me, it was that I asked it to carry too heavy a burden." Let her lesson serve as a reminder. Fennel can be your ally, but only when supported by wise choices, less liquid late in the evening, gentler meals, and respect for the body's rhythm. In that balance lies the hidden gift of restful nights and brighter mornings. Broader benefits beyond sleep. When older adults first hear about fennel seeds, they usually think only of nighttime trips to the bathroom. Yet this modest spice offers far more. It quietly supports comfort, clarity, and resilience in ways that reach well beyond sleep. One of its greatest gifts lies in digestion. With age, the stomach and intestines slow, leaving many elders uncomfortable with bloating, heaviness, or trapped gas. The natural oils in fennel seeds relax the muscles of the gut, helping food move smoothly and easing cramping. Mrs. Jenkins from New Jersey once avoided family dinners because of her chronic bloating. After making fennel part of her evening ritual, she regained the comfort and confidence to join her loved ones at the table again. In Kerala, elders chew fennel casually after meals, often unaware that their sense of lightness afterward is this spice at work. Fennel also brings calm to circulation and tension. The same compounds that ease the bladder can gently relax blood vessels, lowering strain and supporting the heart. For seniors managing high blood pressure or living under daily stress, this can be a subtle but meaningful relief. Picture an elderly woman in Ohio, sitting on her porch at dusk, sipping fennel tea. Her breath slows, her shoulders soften, and her chest feels lighter. In India, after temple prayers, a man chews fennel and feels that same peace spreading quietly through his body. These small acts remind us that health is not only the absence of illness, it is the presence of balance and ease. Then there are the antioxidants, silent guardians against the wear and tear of aging. They shield the brain and heart from gradual damage caused by stress and time. A retired teacher in Boston found her mind sharper after adding fennel to her evenings, while an elder in Chennai noticed his chest felt lighter and his energy more stable. These are not miracles, but steady steps toward dignity and strength in later life. Finally, fennel carries a cultural gift. In the US, it appears in herbal teas alongside chamomile or mint, bringing quiet before sleep. In India, it glows in masala blends or waits in small bowls after dinner, serving both digestion and community. Across continents, seniors taste its sweetness without realizing the deeper treasure it holds. So remember, fennel is more than a spice. It soothes the stomach, protects the heart, steadies the mind, and supports daily life with quiet grace. And within that steady rhythm, it carries a promise that old age can still be filled with comfort, clarity, and peace. Simple habits that invite deeper sleep. Good sleep in later years is not only about pills or supplements. More often, it is built quietly, through small, steady habits that guide the body back into balance. One of the simplest is a short morning walk. Just 15 minutes at an easy pace, under open sky, helps the legs release the fluid that builds up during long hours of sitting. When that excess fluid drains early in the day, the kidneys have less work to do at night, and the bladder rests quietly. An older gentleman in Arizona noticed that once he added this daily ritual, his nights grew calmer, his awakenings fewer, and his sense of confidence quietly returned. Another gentle adjustment lies in sleep posture. Resting on the left side with a soft pillow between the knees eases pressure on the bladder and helps digestion flow more smoothly. At first, this position may feel unusual, especially for those used to sleeping flat on their backs. Yet many seniors are surprised by the relief it brings. A woman in Delhi said this single shift allowed her to stay asleep longer and wake with less stiffness, more energy, and a brighter mood. The body, after all, responds quickly to small kindnesses. Even the comfort of the bedroom matters more than we realize. Pajamas that are too heavy or a room that is too warm can trigger sweating, thirst, and extra kidney activity, fracturing sleep. Choosing light cotton clothing and keeping the room near 68 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 to 21 degrees Celsius, helps the body regulate itself naturally. Older adults in both the US and India have found that this one adjustment can extend their rest and soften nighttime discomfort. And then there is the breath. Just a few minutes of slow, deep breathing before bed sends a signal of safety to the nervous system. Sitting quietly, inhaling through the nose and exhaling gently through the mouth, the bladder softens its grip and the mind loosens its worries. Many describe this as an evening prayer, a closing ritual that welcomes peace. When combined, these 4 practices, walking each morning, adjusting sleep position, choosing light clothing and a cool room, and ending the day with deep breathing, cost nothing, yet hold great value. Practiced faithfully, they remind us that peaceful sleep is not beyond reach. It remains available, even as the years advance. Myths and truths about nighttime wakefulness. One of the most common beliefs among older adults is that drinking less water during the day will prevent nighttime bathroom trips. On the surface, it makes sense. But the body works differently. When fluids are too restricted, the blood thickens slightly, and the kidneys are forced to work harder in the evening. That late effort produces more urine just as you are preparing to rest. Doctors advise instead to drink steadily in the morning and early afternoon, then taper off in the evening. A woman in Michigan discovered that when she took in most of her water before 3 p.m., her nights grew quieter and her mornings more refreshed. Another misconception is that nighttime urination is only a man's problem, caused by the prostate. While the prostate is indeed a factor for men, women face their own challenges. After menopause, bladder sensitivity shifts, hormone levels decline, and the pelvic floor provides less support. These changes increase nighttime wakefulness. Many women feel embarrassed, believing they are alone, and remain silent. The truth is that nocturia affects both men and women. In Kerala, an older woman found relief once she realized her struggle was common, and finally felt free to discuss it with her doctor. A third misunderstanding is the belief that sleeping pills are the easiest fix. While medication can press the body into drowsiness, it does not silence the bladder's signals. And it often leaves behind morning grogginess, memory fog, and unsteady steps. A man in Texas shared that even with pills, he still woke twice each night, only now he felt sluggish and off balance the next morning. True relief came not from medication, but from adjusting habits, calming the bladder, and honoring the body's natural rhythm. So let these truths bring reassurance. Nighttime waking cannot be solved by dehydration, by denial, or by relying solely on pills. It is managed by daily choices, gentle adjustments, and respect for the body's changing needs. And in that respect, in those small, intentional choices, lies the doorway to nights of peace and mornings of renewed strength. Inspiring stories. In New Jersey, a couple in their 70s had quietly resigned themselves to broken nights. For years, they believed waking 2 or 3 times was simply the price of growing older. But the exhaustion weighed on their mornings, leaving them irritable, hesitant to plan outings, and distant from the joy of family gatherings. It was their daughter who gently suggested a change: chew fennel seeds slowly, 1 hour before bed, paired with a few lifestyle adjustments. Skeptical but willing, they agreed to try for 3 weeks. By the end of the first week, both noticed longer stretches of rest, only waking once instead of several times. By the 3rd week, they were sleeping 6 to 7 hours without interruption. Energy returned like an old friend. The husband said his morning walks felt lighter, and the wife smiled, saying she could finally enjoy breakfast without feeling drained. What began as a hesitant experiment became a quiet turning point, reminding them that even at 70, the body still responds gratefully to small acts of care. Half a world away, in Kerala, a 74-year-old grandmother carried her own silent struggle. For nearly a decade, she had missed the joy of temple gatherings and morning festivals because sleepless nights left her too weary to join. Each dawn she heard the rhythm of drums, the hum of prayers, yet her body felt heavy, her spirit dim. A neighbor suggested she try fennel seeds, paired with earlier dinners and gentle breathing before bed. Doubtful at first, she decided to give it a chance. Within 2 weeks, her awakenings grew fewer. By the 3rd week, she draped her sari and walked confidently into the festival she had avoided for years. Music, laughter, and color returned to her days. Her family saw a sparkle in her eyes she hadn't carried in years. She whispered that it felt as though she had reclaimed a part of herself she once thought was lost forever. These stories remind us, healing rarely comes in dramatic leaps. More often, it begins with small steps, quiet habits, and the courage to try again. Whether in America or India, simple changes can open the door to deeper rest and brighter tomorrows. Closing message. As we end this journey, let's return to the heart of the message. A simple spice, sitting quietly in the kitchen, can become a silent ally for older adults. Chewed slowly at the right time, fennel soothes the bladder, reduces nighttime awakenings, and allows the mind to drift into deeper rest. Yet its gifts reach beyond sleep: gentle support for circulation, natural protection for the heart, and antioxidant shields for the brain. For many who feel their bodies no longer listen, fennel is a reminder: small choices still matter. Health can be nurtured through steady, tender care. Picture a quiet morning in America. A couple sits on their porch with warm coffee, watching the sunrise over a still street. Their sleep has been whole, their conversation light, their hearts at ease. Imagine in India, grandparents stepping into a festival, clothed in bright colors, surrounded by prayer, music, and laughter. They, too, have reclaimed their nights, and with them, the energy to live fully again. So I leave you with this wish: may your nights be peaceful and your mornings filled with light. May each day remind you that healing is always possible, no matter your age. And if this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear your story. Share your experience in the comments so we can grow together as a community. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell for weekly guidance, and share this video with someone you care about. Sometimes, a single seed of wisdom is enough to change an entire season of life.